Hey everyone, Taylor here. Welcome back to another video in this Astrology Simply Put series. If you're new here, this series is a collection of short form video explaining the very basics of astrology. When I first started studying, I was so excited but really overwhelmed at the different layers and all the information. And so I was looking for like a little database of anybody who could just explain the very basics in short form to give me a little kickstart. So that's my goal with this series. I'm hoping to help demystify astrology and show that anybody can learn. So if this video helps you, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share with a friend. And without further ado, let's get into the aspects. Aspects in astrology. What are aspects? These are angles displayed in the center of the chart that describes relationships between the planets. Here's an example. Major aspects by category. Harmonious aspects are the sextile and trine, and these are their symbols. Disharmonious or dynamic, the square and opposition, and a neutral aspect is the conjunction. Here are some definitions of how aspects are used in different types of charts. Aspects in a natal chart identifies and describes energies within the person. This describes positive, harmonious attributes as well as challenges one faces in life. Aspects in a synastry chart, which is where you compare two people's charts, identifies and describes the energies between two people. This can show themes within the relationship and how one relates to the other. Aspects in a transit chart. Transits identify and describe energies at a certain point in time, whether it was in the past, present day, or future. This can describe what events could possibly occur, may have already occurred, as well as the energies at play within society and the collective. You can also take your natal chart and superimpose transit chart on the outside, whether it's in the past, the present day, or a future transit. And so this identifies and describes how energies during a certain time may affect the individual, and this can be especially helpful and validating during times of major change. What are orbs? When planets are not making an exact aspect to one another but are within a few degrees, this margin is what we call an orb. Some may choose to read with tight orbs of 3 to 5 degrees, and others may read with wider orbs such as 8 to 10 degrees. Here is an example. If you can find the moon in Cancer at 5 degrees in the 3rd house, you can see that there is a blue line with a triangle, which is the trine aspect, to the sun in Pisces at 0 degrees in the 11th house. So this is a 5-degree orb, and this is still an aspect to each other since they are within the orb. So first up we have the conjunction at 0 degrees. This is when they are right next to each other side by side. There can be more than 2 planets in conjunction at a time. I choose to stay within a 6-degree orb personally. The energies and themes of the 2 planets influence each other greatly and are merged, blended, and amplified. This is usually a harmonious aspect, but considered neutral because it depends on the planets and how compatible they are to one another and how close in degrees they are. Then we have the sextile at 60 degrees. This is a positive aspect representing harmony between the 2 planets. This indicates compatibility and an ease to that area of the chart. Soft, friendly, and supportive aspect, a gentle understanding and flow of energies. These planets tend to be in the same polarity, feminine or masculine, but different element, fire, air, or earth, water. Then we have the square at 90 degrees. This is considered a disharmonious aspect because it represents a type of block, obstacle, and tension between the energies that are wanting to express themselves in completely different ways. They are of the same mode, cardinal, fixed, or mutable, but different element, fire, earth, air, water, and different duality, feminine or masculine. If you find my playlist, I'll link it in the description box below. Astrology Simply Put includes all 3 of these categories. I like to consider squares dynamic because we are never truly blocked from expression and can learn a lot from the challenges this aspect brings. Squares are definitely difficult and do not naturally flow or allow each to shine at the same time without conscious effort. You'll often hear how the difficult aspects, such as squares, build character. This is because the person, or relationship in synastry charts, encounters many trials in order to acknowledge and eventually, hopefully, one puts in the work to make the conscious effort to honor each. Then we have the trine at 120 degrees. This is a positive aspect representing when two planets are in sync and supporting one another. Unlike the square in opposition, the energy for the trine is unimpeded. This is often overlooked, not utilized to its fullest extent, and taken for granted. Because the flow is so natural, it may not seem like something to capitalize on. Although this is a positive aspect, if it dominates a chart, the person may lack motivation to work on their own development, resulting in little change or growth. We have the opposition at 180 degrees, so right across from each other. This is an aspect of tension. Both signs usually have the same mode, cardinal, fixed, or mutable, and same duality, feminine or masculine, but different elements. Water opposes earth and fire opposes air. The challenge here is for one not to dominate the other and to integrate the two poles and find a balance. Oftentimes you will find oppositions in synastry charts when you are comparing two people's charts, because many tend to seek out the polar opposite of their own dominant energy to balance it out. If the relationship is a healthy one where each makes the conscious effort to understand and honor the other, this can be a great opportunity to learn from each other. If it is not a healthy connection, you will most likely see who dominates the other. So I'm coming out with a beginner's course soon called Astrology Simply Put, just like my playlist here on YouTube. For this course, we will meet as a group once a week for a live discussion and Q&A. The course package will also include pre-recorded videos, guides, and tools that have helped me, and homework assignments. So if you'd like to sign up for my newsletter to be notified when it's available, go to taylorobrien.online and enter in your email, and I will let you know when it's ready. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support this channel, you can like this video, subscribe, and/or utilize the thanks button below. And we'll see you on the next one.